Hey guys, welcome back to another League of Legends video. Today we are spectating one of my solo queue games. There I am. Hello, that's me. And I will show you the power of Phase Rush Lee Sin. Probably don't play much Phase Rush Lee Sin, and no one does because it's not really the optimal rune page on him. Usually you see Electrocute, but I want to show you the power of Phase Rush. I actually did mistakenly not change my runes from my Xin Zhao page, which hence the Phase Rush. But still, in this video, guys, we'll show you the power of Phase Rush, but we'll also show you how to play Lee Sin, because I think Lee Sin, since his most recent buffs, is a pretty decent pickup in the jungle. Of course, it's still the same old with him. You have to be good on him to actually make him work. So, how do you start getting good at him? Well, how about I show you how to get good on him? He's my most played champion this year in Ranked. Sometimes I'm hit and miss with him, but either way, this is a game where I'm a bit more hit. So I'll show you how to play him. First things first, guys, my jungle path, the one I like to do in this patch is I start bot side, get a good leash from my bot lane. And then I go up to my top side, take Scuttle or the enemy top side buff, and then go and do some things. So I may as well show you the runes, I guess, if I'm showing you a Phase Rush page. Phase Rush, Nimbus Cloak, Celerity, Water Walking, that is your main page. Secondary page, Domination, Sudden Impact, and then Ultimate Hunter. I think if that is the Xin page that I run. I think if I were going to tweak it a little bit, I'd probably get the Ingenious Hunter there. But either way, that's the page we are running, boys and girls. Like I say, start bot side, go for that Scuttle Crab. Now I'm level 2, and level 2 ganks on Lee Sin aren't known to be that good. Now let me break down this gank for you, because this is important for the execution on how you have successful ganks compared to having shite ganks that are not successful. First things first, I've waited for Graves to use his gap closer. That means the only way he's going to get away from me now is by flashing away. And that plays its part a bit later on, because as you see, I also walk up to Graves. I do not fire my Q out and hit him with it. You know what's going to happen if I throw my Q out at Graves? What's he going to do? He's going to flash the Q, and then what do I have? Then I'm going to have to chase him. I've missed my Q already. That's probably not going to work as the gank. So I jump in to initiate the play. Just tag him with some auto attacks. So that's the red buff, and because he has to flash because he's got no choice, after he's used the flash, I know he's got no quick draw, no flash, no other gap closer available. He's a sitting duck for me. We throw out the Q, we hit him with the Q, and we kill him for an easy peasy, cheeky first blood. And this guy actually does not have teleport. He took exhaust in this lane. So that means I shove this lane out, because he can't TP back into this tower here. If you're up against a laner that does not have TP, pushing with your laner is often a good idea, because you deny them a lot of CMs. Now my mid laner is struggling a bit. He's already died 1v1 to Zoe. So again, this was a cheeky Q right there to get that one down in the middle of the minion wave. But still, easy peasy lemon squeezy. 2 kills on the board for Phase Rush Lee Sin. But this time, we are not going to push the lane out. Why are we not going to push the lane out? Because I believe Zoe actually does have... I think she actually has Ignite. She does have Ignite. So she doesn't have TP either. But I just said if they don't have TP... Sorry, Grace has Ignite, not Exhaust. If they don't have TP, you push it in. That's what I just said, right? Well, in this case, I don't want to push this in for 2 main reasons. Firstly, Echo is not here, which means if I push this out, I will be taking it all for myself. Echo gets nothing. But more importantly, there are so many enemy minions compared to our minions. There's only 2 of ours, they're caster minions, and there's a whole minion wave, more than a whole minion wave worth of enemy minions. And we can see as well by the position of this minion wave, which is our minion wave, that we know the enemy minion wave is also in this position. So I would have to get this wave under the tower in about 1 second, which is physically not possible unless I suddenly rolled into a Syndra that could pick up the whole minion wave at once, the whole enemy minion wave, and like keep it there or something like that. It's not going to happen, basically. So I will be pushing way too slow. I would not get it under the tower in time. So what's the best thing to do in this situation if you don't think you can push fast enough? The better thing to do, honestly, is just to pick up the minions and set up a freeze. What that means is you draw aggro over the minions, and then you just stop them from going under your tower as best you can. In this instance, I didn't really need to do anything because it was already sort of in that position. But this is perfect here. You know, Echo now has this minion wave pushing into him. So if he just wants to sit back and chill, he can do that. And when Zoe comes back to lane, she's going to have to walk up to him. And as you can see, this means now again, the minion wave's in a good position. Echo is just going to hard shove it because why not? But either way, if he wanted to play that one for the freeze, he could have done so. Now, as we were looking at Echo mid, Nocturne was on our blue buff. He figured because I'd done all this stuff topside and mid lane and saw that I didn't have my blue, that my blue was still up, which he was right, it was still up. But you can't kill me, mate. I mean, he probably could kill me if it was a 1v1, but I'm smarter than that, so I'm not going to let him die to me. And I'm going to take the extra safe recall here, not recalling here, the extra safe recall, because Graves is missing. We don't want to die to him. Oh wait, never mind. He's genuinely going to come this far to kill me. So we went for the extra safe play, but we should have gone for the extra safe play and just ran like down here or something like that. Bit unfortunate here, and I mean, he's Graves, right? Which means he's quite possibly going for this blue buff. So it would be nice if this dickhead over here could come down and protect my blue, but it's okay. I'm just your jungler, mate. You don't need to help me out or anything like that. So I'm probably going to lose my blue there. That was, I mean, I wasn't really expecting to die there, but it's whatever. You know, it's whatever. Just, yeah. I've still got my my Gromp up, and I'm going to go for this crab as well, because we see Nocturne in the river, and crabs are kind of valuable. If you can take them, try and get them. So you see I'm prioritizing this crab here. Go for the crab, and let Nocturne fight Echo in the mid. But this is where I get a little bit greedy here. I really want to finish off that crab, but I also really want to save Echo. So I leave the crab on one hit to come and save him. What a nice guy. What a nice guy I am. So let's talk about your item build, okay, guys? So on the first recall, if you can afford it, it's a good idea to go for your Tiamat. Tiamat is a very solid item to go for first. I'll talk a little bit later about that a little bit more later. 1v1 against the Graves. Oh, wait, it's not a 1v1 because I have teammates. Goodbye, Graves. A killing spree. 3, 1, and 2 for me. 3, 1, and 1 for Echo. So I'll quickly pause here, guys, and we're going to mention the item build and what I'm thinking here. So Tiamat, your first item on Lee Sin. I like doing this because it gives me really fast clear speeds, especially in those AoE camps. Excuse me. Which Lee Sin is not very good at taking. He's good at doing single target, but not so much AoE because all he's got is his E, and that's not really that great, honestly, for taking AoE camps. So you get Tiamat and suddenly your jungle clears become ridiculously fast. I've also gone for a control ward. This acts as my ward hop, but also acts as vision, which is also very valuable as a jungler. So we went for the Scuttle Crab first. Why did we do that? Because Nocturne was in the mid lane, and this is one of the most contested, the most contested jungle camp in the game is the Scuttle Crab, because it's in the middle of the map. It's basically both of the junglers that are available to get it, so you know you might have to put up a fight. Or basically, no Nocturne's looking at it as well. So we take it away while we can, because our Gromp, for example, is much less likely to be contested, because Nocturne's not going to come in and take that. I mean, he could do, but it's not in his jungle. He's much less likely to do that. So we take the Gromp, and then we save Echo. But what do we do here? Because our Gromp is still up, our Chicken's up, our Krug's up. Every single jungle camp for us is up outside the buffs and the Wolf camp. But we just killed Nocturne. So how about we go into his chickens and we take those away. A bit of time here to do some counter jungling to deny some gold and experience from Nocturne, because taking something away from the enemy jungler and getting it yourself is not just you getting it, it's also the enemy not getting it. So you're kind of getting 2 jungle camps worth of value in that sense, because you're considering how much you get minus, you know, how much they lose. So we get that chicken camp there, and then this is another example of when we want to push, because we have that Tiamat and we can push this under tower really quickly. And so if Nocturne was not here, this would be a minion wave lost to the tower that the enemy team was not picking up. Gold they weren't getting. Bit unlucky there for Echo to die. He did have his ultimate up, but he didn't want to use it. But that's okay. We're 4, 1, and 2, lads. Phase Rush Lee Sin is kicking some ass. Oh, this is cheeky here. This is cheeky. I'm pinging the enemy blue buff. All right, I want to go for the invade, but I might want to go bot side first. I'd rather get some kills than going for the blue. And it looks like I'm pinging on my way. So here I am, boys. I'm going for the kill. Ward hop over. Let's see who we can get. Olaf's already... He's gone way too deep for this one. Let's just finish this guy off, shall we? Beautiful. And the phase rush. We're zooming into the blue buff already. Excelente. Now, the reason why I was looking for this blue is because Nocturne, he's level 5. May have even been level 4 before that he took that blue buff. Which means that's gold. I'm level 6. I've got my ultimate up. I'm so much stronger than Nocturne. And we've got pressure in mid lane as well. Or at least we should have, because Echo, I mean, I've given a lot of love to Echo. So why run to my red buff when I could actually go for his blue? Because I know I can fight him, which means that he's going to have to get help from his teammates to defend against me. And, you know, just a little bit of pressure there, you know. And creating pressure in the enemy jungle is always good stuff, because it means that you're keeping the enemy team on their toes. The enemy laners then have to react and help their laners, and they're usually not very good at doing that. So it does mean that we get... just pressure in general is really good by invading like that. So we went for that. Obviously it wasn't there, but either way that's okay. We still get some information as to where Nocturne is. That's another great thing about invading. Even if you don't get the camps, you get information. And then we just take our bot side, and we take both of them this time, because we do want to take that Krug camp. With Tiamat, it's really quick to do it as well. I don't just want to leave it up forever. And while all that was happening, my team getting kills topside, Nocturne ganked top, killed Darius, and then Echo got the return kills. So, what am I looking to do here? Look at this! Look at this sacrifice. Now, I'm going to say, guys, this is... okay, I'm going to pause here, guys, okay? Because this is definitely one of those situations where you're like, is this a smart idea? My whole top side is up, including the Scuttle Crab. I don't even know if Scuttle Crab's up. Is Scuttle Crab up? Whoops, daisy. It is up. So my whole the whole top side jungle, Scuttle Crab is up as well. But, and you saw me. You saw me. I was heading there. And then, bam, I saw Zoe on the minimap, so I start heading down instead. Now, prioritizing PvP plays over PvE plays, I think, is smart to do as a jungler. You want to help your teammates out where you can. It's better to get kills for your team than to get jungle camps. But this might be overdoing it here, honestly. But either way, we catch out Zoe here. We know she went bot side, or she was looking for the bot side play. We saw her, and then we know she's probably going to head back mid because Echo is pushing. So let's try and cut her off, which is exactly what we do. We cut her off. Red smite, red buff. By the way, my next item, as you can tell, is the war enchant. Red smite, red buff, boom, she's dead. And this is where it gets cheeky. This is where it gets beyond cheeky here with these plates coming up here. So we've killed Zoe. We've killed Zoe. And look at my on my way ping there. We've killed Zoe. She's dead. Now, if you're the jungler, what are you looking to do right here? You're looking to pick up all these free minions. You got to defend the tower, and you've got all that golden experience. Junglers, especially carry junglers, thrive for situations like this, where they can take the lane farm without their laners raging at them, which is when their laners aren't around. And I know that. I know Nocturne's thinking about that, so I'm waiting here. I still got my ultimate. I did not use that on Zoe, so I know that we can do this cheeky little dive here. So, I ping I'm on my way. I ping I'm feeling it. Nocturne shows up. He's a squishy champion. Echo puts down his stun. He initiates the play. That's the spell shield gone already. I jump in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You just jump in on Echo. Get as close to your enemy target as possible before you fire out that resonating strike so that you lower the chance of you missing that ability. Boom. Bob's your uncle, Bernie's your nan. Nocturne is dead. What do I feel like doing now? Well, I see a little cheeky on my way ping in the mid lane again. So I'm just going to lap all the way around here again. They obviously didn't see me the first time. Now I've still got my ultimate up. And Zoe, where's she going to go? Well, she's going to come back mid lane. Of course she is. She's the mid laner. There she is. So let's go. Don't really know what that ward was, but it's alright. She's dead. And I still haven't used my ultimate. And oh my goodness, at this point in the game, you're just tilted. You're just tilted beyond belief. You just died to the enemy jungler. Then your jungler just fed. And then you died, and again, you got dove. It's so tilting. And what are we going to do next, boys? Who needs to farm jungle camps? Let's go for a PvP. You know what? Let's not do that, because that's not a great time for us to do that. Darius dies on the top side. That's fine, Darius. We don't need you to do anything in this game. I think I've got it covered. How about we just get out of here? Or maybe we can do the Krugs. Yeah, let's do the Krugs instead. I'm sitting on a decent amount of gold, boys. I'm sitting, well, it's 1.5k. It's not a huge amount, but it would be nice because I actually don't have any boots. But I feel like going for the PvP play. There's the Ezreal TP, of course. What else would it be? Olaf, boom, you're dead. Sayonara, buddy. And Echo, bam. There's an Echo. They picked that up. And let's go. Ooh, let's not go for this dragon, actually, because Zoe's around. How about Oh, that's awkward. Oh, this is a terrible play. Okay, that was really awkward. We got 2 kills on the bot side. Dragon is around the bot side of the map, so maybe we should go for it. But not if you're against the Zoe, because Zoe hurts like a mofo. You absolutely do not want to be tanking Dragon and Zoe. Did you hear that, guys? The Yakur. That was my attempt right there. My attempt to flash into the bush and kick her backwards into Echo, which would have been a fantastically clean free kill onto Zoe. But sadly, the Yakur goes off, but the kick doesn't, which means that we don't kick her. And because I actually flashed to make that play, she picks up my flash with her W and flashes over the wall. She didn't even have flash. She was probably just dead anyway. So, you know, kind of forgetting that's a Zoe there. Not appreciating the flash timers either, but that's fine. No one saw that one. 9-1 and 2. We're really popping off in this game, boys. 9-1 and 2. Phase Rush Lee Sin. What's that about? Phase Rush Lee Sin. Kicking ass. Alright, I'm feeling it. Let's do it. Item build after this. War Enchant Tiamat, lads. We are on to our Ninja Tabby because we are against auto attackers, physical damage dealers, Graves, Nocturne, and Yasuo. Obviously, Zoe is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I could go Mercs if I wanted to, but I feel like going for that Ninja Tabby is more important. So here's Graves. Let's go for that play, shall we? Look at that. Alright, boys. Let's rewind this one and play it slow for you, because this is the difference between, one of the differences between a good Lee Sin and a bad Lee Sin is how you do your damage combos. Your damage combos basically revolve around 2 things. 3 things. 2 of them are more important than the other one. The less important one is your passive, which means after every ability you cast, you get attack speed and you get some of your energy back on those hits. And when you're clearing the jungle in the early game, that's very important. But generally speaking, that won't be a huge deal in 1v1s. It can be if it's very close, obviously. It can be a difference maker. But what's more important, the other 2 things. Firstly, your second Q, well, like hitting your Q, but more importantly, your second Q is an execute. So you want to go through with that second Q when they're low on health. And the other thing is your ulti. You want to use your ultimate, but it's going to knock them away. How do you play around that? So this is how you play that damage combo on Lee Sin. You want to make sure you're landing your Q is basically melee range, so that's going to hit no problemo. So you tag that, whoopsie, you tag that Q onto the enemy target, you do a bunch of damage, you kick them, and then you follow through with your Q after that. And this is cheeky right here. I know what he's thinking. Yeah, I know he's just going to ult me there, so I walk away from him. No problemo, and he's dead. So basically the combo there is you want to make sure that you're prioritize landing your Q. You need to land your Q. So whatever you need to do that, land your Q. And then just throw all your damage at him. For me, that includes Tiamat, just like E, auto attacks, whatever. And then maybe, I mean, your Q doesn't last forever on the target, so don't wait too long. But then just throw some stuff at them, kick them, and then your Q will still be on them. You follow through with that kick, and then you just beat them up again. Now, my blue buff is up. I could take that if I wanted to. But let's go for some objectivos. Sorry, you can leave the video now if you want to. My apologies. How about we go for the Herald, boys? We're winning this game. We want to accelerate the pace of the game by taking towers, and the best way to do that, the easiest way to do that, is to go for a Rift Herald. It helps you take towers pretty bloody well, and I see my team's going for an aggressive play in the enemy jungle, so I'm like, you know what, boys? I'll help you out here. I'll come for a play as well. How's that sound? So here I am. Echo, you really got to practice using your ultimate. I heard that helps. Let's just take away these Krugs while we're here. I mean, even though I wasn't able to do anything in this specific situation, it's still not a terrible idea for me to be here, just in case I'm needed. Being around your teammates as the jungler is, generally speaking, almost always a very good idea. Just in case, you know, and you'd be surprised how many more plays you get involved in just by trying to be involved in more plays. I know that sounds silly, but honestly. So we have this Rift Herald, that's what I'm thinking about right here. But do I want to put it down topside? Because we don't know where Nocturne and Zoe are, and we can't really 2v3 take this tower, and I don't want to waste the Herald. So I'm kind of thinking maybe not, but we'll see. We'll go for this Graves play. If we can kill Graves, it'll be Gucci. Now Zoe just showed bot side, so this could be a 2v. This could be a 2v2, which is not a great idea if we're under tower here. Graves does die to the bleed, but Nocturne comes in for the counter, and I'm just like, no thank you. I'm out of here. So we just run away, get out of here, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And why the bloody hell did Nocturne focus Darius and not me? Because I'm the one with the huge kill streak, and Darius was at 0 and 2 at the time. So yeah, whatever, we kill Graves. I think we kill Graves there. I think he died to the bleed in the red buff or something. And yeah, let's just go farm our jungle and count our lucky stars that we didn't die. And then we will go for a Herald play soon as well, because we want to put this one down, and it can go anywhere really. I think at this point it's just important to put it somewhere that you think you're going to get good value out of it. So the enemy bot lane is playing aggressive again. Kel Bloomin' Surprise. I'm just going to go for the Olaf there. Boom, he's dead. Let's protect the Ez. Almost save him. Almost very close. But took a bit too damage from the Yasuo. Tanked the Q as well. Now guys, and there comes the Herald, boys. Here comes the Herald. Even though I'm doing really well this game. Look at my top lane. He's 0-4 and 3. He ain't having a hot game. My bot lane is 30 CS down. How are you 30 CS down, boys? I've been sitting bot lane so much. How can you be 30 CS down? What's up with that? It's impressive. Impressive. Nope. But honestly, it's not great. So definitely, guys, my impact this game is going to have a huge impact on... it's going to be a huge definer of how this game goes, because it's not like my team's going to carry me. Echo's playing well, though. I'll give it to him. Echo's playing well, though he did solo die in lane a few times. Well, I think once. So yeah, obviously it's trash. He soloed. We may as well just surrender. But there we go. And so here we go, boys. Objectives. We got that Herald down after we went for the 2 kills. I followed it up this lane as well, because I'm not going to go for this tower, but you want it to get another charge on the tower, especially when only minions stand in your way. So just help it, guide it. One of those annoying escort missions in role-playing games that you hate doing because the escort walks too bloody slow and always finds a way to die. Basically like one of those missions. Just chuck it, add it, wait for it to charge the next tower, and then you can leave it alone. Escort mission complete. So that's what we did, and then we got a dragon as well. I think that's actually the first dragon of the game. I have not gone for dragon that much, and I mean, honestly, dragons are cool and everything, but I value kills over dragons in solo queue, because I think kills actually have a higher impact on how the game goes. If nothing else, because of the mentality of players surrounding kills. Like when... Ooh, I saw something in this mid lane, boys. I saw the Nocturne here. Bam. See, we've landed the Q. I guess I don't want to use my ult here. Fair enough. Let me rerun this really quick here, and I'll show you what I would do if I wanted to go for the optimal combo. So we see Nocturne here. We see Nocturne here. I see that. So I'm like, I feel that. I can't remember what I was saying before. Yeah, I value kills. I'll just finish that point. I value kills over dragon. Unless it's Infernal, because Infernal also actually has the same effect I'm about to explain. But the mentality of players when they die is actually... I feel like that has a higher impact on games than even the value of the kills themselves. You know, the 300 gold in the experience is not the important thing of a kill. For me, it's breaking the mentality of the enemy player. Like, people get angry when they die. So, and likewise, protecting your teammates is important for that reason, to keep them calm, to make them tilt less. So, but Infernal Dragon is also important to take because it's the same thing. People tilt if they lose Infernal Dragons, and they're just like, oh, this game's I want it all. They've got Infernal Dragon, whatever. Anyway, so I saw Nocturne. You saw me see Nocturne, but I don't think he saw that we saw Nocturne. Something like that. So I'm just waiting for him. Now I lead with the Q. That's the first thing. I always lead with the Q, boys. You want to if you want to land the Q, and I see that's my opportunity to land the Q. So I lead with the Q. I land the Q, and then I just smack things around on him. I use my Tiamat, auto attack him, and that right there before the second Q is when I would have kicked him. I would have kicked him if I wanted to use my ulti here, which I don't because he's dead anyway. I should use my E before though, honestly, but still. I did not want to ult, so I didn't ult. But if I was going to ulti there, it would be before that second Q, and then we would have been fine. Now we've got a few kills on the board here. 4 people are dead. That means it's time to push. push, 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 push. So that's what we're going to do. Excuse me. Don't farm the jungle, boys. Blue buff is up. Don't get baited by that one. Don't get tempted. Just farm, 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 farm. Beautiful stuff. Get that tower down. Go for this inhib as well. Taking a cheeky look on the top side, seeing what's up. Nothing happening. Maybe we can rotato. Alright, Graves is dead. I've decided the executive decision of let's not push top because we can't really anymore because they've respawned. It's still really early in the game. And then we see Zoe over pushing bot side. So I'm going to pretend like I don't see she's there. Go in on her. Don't know what that was, but either way, she's dead. Bob's your uncle, Bernie's your nans. 19 minutes into the game, we have a 14,000 gold lead. That is actually pretty insane. And I'm 15, 1, and 3. So let me talk a bit more about my item build here, guys. I went for Tiamat into Warrior Enchant, Tier 2 boots, Black Cleaver, and now Guardian Angel. I think, you know, when you're as fed as I am, this build is really solid. Go for this, no problemo. You can't really go wrong. And honestly, in general, this is actually a pretty good build. The only downside is that it's kind of expensive, so expensivo. So if you're having a bad game, don't go for this build. Go for something different. For example, Warrior Enchant. I'm going to rewind here so that this doesn't crash on me. Warrior Enchant into, or Tiamat into Warrior Enchant, and then instead of going for Cleaver, go for like Deadman's Plate is what I like to do. Just go tanky at that point. You know, if you've got one carry that's really fed, Nice Val's really good, Mortius, Locket, those kind of items. Just go tanky if you don't want to go for, if you don't trust yourself here. But either way, that does it for our Phase Rush Lee Sin gameplay. Thank you so much, or spectated gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned some things about Lee Sin and had some fun watching. Have a fantastic day. You can leave me with that cheeky thumbs up if you liked it so much that you want to, you know, actually like the video. And you can subscribe to me for more League of Legends content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day. And I will see you, as always, in my next